You say, well, this guy did a certain thing. Your brother didn't do that. Your sister didn't do that. That was the devil got into them that did it. So don't blame the brother, the sister. Blame the devil. That's the one who caused it. Amen. And Brother Branham said, if you can get somebody to realize this, they won't have enmity, but they'll feel sorry. If you can get to the place where somebody actually says something against you, I mean, they said something wrong and they said something hurtful and they shouldn't have said it. They misunderstood a situation. They repeated something wrong. If you can get to the place to recognize this is a tactic of the devil and I'm not going to fall so easily to the devil's wiles, but I realized that my brother was just a tool in the devil's hands. It wasn't him. That brother loves me. How do you know that brother loves you? Because if he loves Christ, he loves me. He can't help it. Sometimes we've got to fly a little higher on eagle's wings and have eagle vision and get out of the carnal and stop with all the offense and the hurt and he said and she said and fly a little higher and find out who's moving the chess pieces. And you realize, now I feel sorry for my brother. And you know why I feel sorry for my brother? Because I'm going to forgive him, I'm going to let it go, and I'm never going to mention it. But someday I know that brother's going to feel sorry for what he did. And now I feel for him with compassion. I'm not angry, I'm not upset. I don't want him to get in trouble. I don't want God to spank him. I don't want lightning to fall on him. I don't want to get in a car accident on the way to work. I really want to forgive him and let him go and ask God to forgive him and let him go and realize my brother didn't mean to, and I know someday he'll be sorry for that. And when that day comes, I know what it's like because I've been sorry for things I did wrong. And I know how horrible it is and how bad you feel and how shamed you are and how you feel like you failed God and your brother. And I know that my brother's going to go down that same road and I'm feeling sorry for him now. See, you realize I'm getting the pity off of myself. And I'm turning it outward and saying, God help my brother. He didn't mean to do that, my sister. You know, what? Let's say that you assume that they didn't mean to, but really they did. How will it hurt you to assume that they did? They didn't. I would rather be found in error assuming my brother and sister didn't mean to than always in error assuming they did. Well, I just don't want to be a fool. I don't want to be taken for a fool. I'd rather be taken for a fool than actually act like a fool. I'd rather be taken for a foolish, childish, doesn't understand what's going on around him. Brother Chad just doesn't get it. I'd rather be in that position than be the one who's wise and understand, I see what you're doing, you're manipulating, and I'm calling it out, and I'm wrong half the time. Then you heap shame and foolishness upon yourself. Say, God, help us. We got to recognize that these are the tactics of the enemy, not tactics of my brother and sister.